Yeah, put up. Yep, we gotta stop.
It's better looking.
You're up.
That was funny. So before I left to come here, Nelson's been kind of sick. He's been in bed all day, and I told him, remember we said we'd give dollar for dollar match whatever everybody gives back tonight. And he said, what do you think? And I said, well, I'm not giving less than 500. And Heidi just counted and told me the total you guys raised. There's like 50 of you here. You guys raised $520. What? 560. So if I double that and I do 560, that means we get to give them
1,120.
1,120. You do not have to be very smart to be a presidential. $1,120. So approximately, just how many children's lives is that going to change? A lot. Like, I am amazed. So give yourself a hand. I'm so proud of you guys. I feel like, we've been talking about this since last month, so I'm really, really proud of all of you, and I'm just excited. So let's bring them up and give them a check. Hi, Amy. You just missed it. Do you want to donate some money to Believe in the Shine? We just raised $560. Nelson and I are going to match what we raised. They work with pediatric cancer. They buy stuff and take it to the kids. So if you want to write a check, if you want to make it an even whatever. That's what happens when people walk in late. I call them out. No, we're at 560, and Nelson and I are going to match. So we're at 1120 right now. So. Woo! So even 600, so $1,200. So we'll just write you another extra check. So.
Oh, and tell the people then bring on Shine Facebook so they know they can go and they can like it. Yeah, just tell them quick about the fans page, just real quick so they see it. No pressure, sorry.
Go to Believe in the Shine and like it.
There you go. Perfect.
On Facebook.
Perfect.
We have the link on Team Miracle too. So we can...
Perfect.
All right. Well, we are gonna give them a check. Will you guys get our picture? Look over this way too. Look over this way too.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone. Yes,
Thank you very, very, very much.
Thank you guys so much. To Believe in the Shine.
Believe in the Shine. Yeah, just make it to them. So thank you, Amy. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, Heidi, for reaching out and asking me if we could do it. I know this means a lot to you, and you're very, it's close to your heart. So thank you. And I look forward to doing some more work with you guys in the future because it's something that we're all very interested in. So thank you all again. I'm just so excited. So $1,200 we raised. So let's give ourselves another hand. That's awesome. All right, well, I'm excited. I thought that I would share my story really, really quick before we go on, just in case there's someone here. I was talking to somebody earlier about my story, and I know that there's some people here that haven't heard it, so it's really quick. 4 years ago, next month it'll be 4 years ago, I first tried this wrap, and I saw a result after the first wrap, and I thought, gosh, if I could just sell 5 wraps a month, I could really use some of these products, because I was more excited about some of the other products. The Confianza, which, like John says, I wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for that, and I truly believe that. I'm not just joking. I do joke about it. I'm not just joking. And the Greenes and It's Vital, saved my life. And so I feel like a lot of times you try products and they work for a little bit, and then you have to kind of switch off. And I've had sensitive skin my whole life, and our skincare, when I started using it, I thought, I've used Mary Kay, Jafra, every good skincare out there, and after 3 months my skin would break out, and I thought, well, I'm going to try this for 3 months and see what happens. After almost 4 years, I look younger today than I did 4 years ago when I started. Lindsay and Megan, if you look at their Throwback Thursdays, they look way younger than they did 4 or 5 years ago. So I love seeing the progression of pictures of people looking healthier on our products and looking better over the course of years. So when I started, I knew that I had to just talk to people who knew more people than me, who had more time than me, who were smarter than me. I can't add. Megan said she can't subtract, so it's okay. But I really just, just because I said yes, my life changed. So if you're sitting there, and I remember those first couple of years working really, really hard and wondering when the payoff is going to happen. Maybe not the first couple of years, because I went to presidential in 2.5 years, but the first couple of, I don't know, the first while, it felt like I worked really hard. She goes the first 2 weeks, no, it really was not. I felt like I worked really hard and I was waiting for the payoff, but what I realized was that the payoff was happening from day one. After 3 weeks of being on the product, I felt better than I had in 11 months on prescription drugs. So the payoff happened very, very quickly. I sold wraps, at least 5 wraps a month to pay for my products. So the payoff happened really quickly. So I think sometimes we get lost in thinking that we have to be a ruby or a diamond or a double diamond or a triple or something so quickly. And let's just really focus tonight on being grateful for what has already changed. Like if you've been in the business for at least a month, raise your hand. Okay, if your life has not changed, keep your hands up. If your life has not changed in some way with this product or with these business or with these people, you can put your hand down.
I almost did, so.
So everybody's hand stayed up. You see that? So it doesn't always mean the money. We're not always all about the money. We talk about the money a lot because the money is what enables us to do a lot of things and change a lot of lives. But it's also about friendships. It's about fun. It's about freedom. It's about the freedom to go up to Tiffany Cassick's on a Tuesday. It's about the freedom to have your husband be home sick and not be worried because he's losing a day of work. It's about being able to go shopping with your friends that you feel like you're best friends with. You've only met them in the last few years. It's about going to dinner with your diamonds and above and realizing that you have 9 diamonds and above locally on your team one day, 4 years later. It's about waking up in the morning knowing you can play with your child and not have to worry about going to work. It's about knowing you have to pay $125,000 to build a seawall and you just need to go ambassador to do it. It's about, it's about so many different things. And we think it's about, the ranks, and the ranks are super important and we all want to do that. And these bonuses are right now. So right now is the time to go. But I really challenge all of us to just think about how much our life has changed since it works. And how many people in this room you know and love that you would never have met if it hadn't been for this company. So those are just a couple things that I was thinking about. And I think, just the fact that we all have such big hearts that we give back to pediatric cancer. I mean, where in corporate America can you do this? Like, where can you do this? And where can you go just wrap an extra person next week to make up for that? Put an extra $25 in because you wrapped someone. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be here. I could never have imagined that in Warriors we'd be where we are. And this week I just have been feeling so grateful. And I think the more we focus on being grateful for little things, the more things we get. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce a gentleman who is Lindsay's other counterpart. And he was always supportive of Lindsay doing this business. He's a teacher and a coach that always has really good, good things to share. And since conference, he's been really messaging people and really trying to get people on board to work with them. And I've been waiting for this day because I really wanted to have him up here, but I knew that he needed to be doing some of the things that we're doing, that we're all doing, so that you guys would be like, well, he knows what he's talking about, right? So I can't wait to hear from Mr. Rock. He's a teacher and a coach. He is not coaching this year, right? Just teaching this year. And so he misses part of that coaching, and one of the things that we get to do in this business is some coaching. So he's going to talk to us about fishing tonight. So give it up for Mr. Barack Moss.
I'm going to go up on stage in a second here, though, but it was funny. Marietta said that the wives look beautiful. I think the men are getting older, though, just to be honest with you from that concept. But the other thing that is, and if you're watching live, there's something you missed. And by the way, welcome to my zone, because I'm a teacher, because you're about to get it right now, because you're about to get into it. So you're going to see why my students like me or hate me. It's real quick. It's one or the other. But you missed something earlier, because we got a new slogan. It's not save a horse, ride a cowboy. It's save a horse, buy confianza. So you're going to find that out. Watch the first video, so you can get that. But Marietta's right. When I started coming into this, though, there was things that I didn't get. I didn't understand. So I'm gonna start this off this way. So there's the first book. So Who Moved My Cheese? So you gotta read that book. That's a life changer right there. And it's an easy read. I think I can do half of it in one night. I don't know. It depends on how much focus I am. Okay. The next book you get, GoPro. That's an easy focus in your face. And I'm telling you with GoPro, it's really simple because it's gonna tell you about network marketing and what we do. And then the next book that I'm telling you to go with is For Your Career. Great book. I haven't finished it. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't finished it yet. And then Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you're going to find out with Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it's real simple. It's what's between the ears, okay? So you need to get that real quick. Now that you get to know me, my personality a little bit, I'm excited to be here. Because the thing is, we change lives. That's what we do. I am a husband who has been in this for 3 years. And, but I have not worked the business for 3 years. I have not supported for 3 years. I have been slacking for 3 years. And so I told myself, I was like, what would I do? I went to 4.5 years of all-state education to gain knowledge, to teach kids, right? So I told myself, I got to get more knowledge about this. I don't even know what's going on. She came home, like Michael said, she came home and I said, well, just don't burn down the house and don't lose any money. That's all I know. She said, I bought a business. I go, I don't even know what that means, right? So that's the way we started, and that's the way it kind of rolled. And we were immature because, blessings came because we did go diamond in 4.5 months. And I say we now because that's important to me to understand that. We went diamond in 4.5 months, and it was like, woo, what was happening, Baby girl's bringing home money, and I didn't even know what was going on. And so in that situation, I got excited, but yet came a little bit of later was humility that came with that. And so if you didn't listen to your upline and Cammie Dempsey earlier today, you learned that humility is a part of this, and that it's important for us to go through that. And because I had to learn a lot of lessons with this. So we're going to go fast because we don't want to keep you here all day. And I teach fast because here's the other thing, too. I was ready to take your cell phone away from you. That was so quick when that thing rang earlier because I teach that way, And so if you fall asleep in my class, I'm taking the cell phone away because really I don't need to wake you up. It's punishment to listen to me. I get it. But the cell phone is like death to those kids, So I'm going to take the cell phone away if it rings. But I go fast so I can keep their attention. And then I got some numbers for you, too. So today what are we going to do? I stood up and I said, it's my first time to speak to you. We're going to go fishing.
Yay.
It makes sense, doesn't it? We're going to come to a church and we're going to talk about it, work traps, and we're going to go fishing.
I love it.
I do. I love it too because it makes sense. So here we go. I don't really fish because I don't like to fish because you know why? You got to be quiet. That's the reality. You got to be quiet. Lindsay's like, go fishing. I'm like, So, yeah. So I don't like to fish because you got to be quiet because, I'm in the boat and the person doesn't like to take me fishing because they're like, dude, there ain't any fish here because you scared them. That's a funny analogy though, isn't it? Because we scare our fish, don't we?
Yeah.
You think about that for a second. We scare our fish. That's what happens, I never see, I don't know, you guys know Megan Christner. We see, when you think of Megan Christner, your heart just goes, Megan Christner. And then there's a side of Megan Christner where it's like, booch, this woman's going to come and get you. If you don't believe me, go walk up a set of stairs, look to your right and go, Megan, I can beat you at the top of the stairs. Before you finish your sentence, woman's at the top of the stairs. Okay? Laughter, by the way, will bring you right up tight with me, okay? You just laugh at me and with me. I don't care, either one, okay? But seriously, with Megan, the situation is that I have never seen Megan, all right? I've never seen Lindsay. I've never seen people in this business for 3 years go up to somebody and go, you're interested? You're interested? It's just like casting that out there. And you're reeling in, the first time you cast, I cast it out there, 12 o'clock, right up here, for those of you that you might not be able to do math, but it's 12 o'clock. So I cast, and I'm reeling it in, nothing, right? But what do? You cast again. And let me tell you something, it's a worm, it's a blitz card, right? You put a blitz card on my thing and cast it, right? And if that's not working, you know what? Throw a video of it, cast that thing again, right? And if that don't work, you take this type of strategy. You guys are overtrained. You know what to do. You know what to do. So you cast it. Here's the reality, though. Cast it. You don't even know the fish are looking. They're underneath the water, Me, I'm up in the boat looking. But I've never seen a Megan Christner go, I got a bite, God, and just jump off the boat. I've never seen Megan Christner attack a fish before, right? What I have seen, and it's been amazing, and this is from my heart too, because this is when this lovely woman went double diamond before us. And I got to watch that woman in her boat. It was like to a point where that woman was sitting down going, this is easy, Mike. I want to get in the boat, fish. And they jumped in. Get in the boat, fish. And they jumped in. And then there was that part of me, that you went through that humility phase, and then that part of that phase where you don't like yourself either, because you kind of build up some hatred sometimes. And I don't mean to strike a nerve. People, if I'm striking a nerve right now, ask yourself why I'm striking a nerve. That's all you got to do. Look in the mirror. I coach, if you can't tell. Look in the mirror. And I was told, especially when I started coaching girls, look in the mirror and see the beauty I see, right? And so if you get the confidence in you, then you can do things that you would never imagine you can do. And so what happens is you're in your boat and you're fishing and you get a little bite and you're like, all right, so you get all excited, but all of a sudden you're noticing that you're not the only boat in the water. All right? I don't know how many times I've heard that word saturate. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And there's boats in the water behind you. Somebody's catching a lot of fish, like Monica Carter. Amen to that girl, right? Right? So she's catching a lot of fish. And the thing is, you're like, that's awesome, that's good. And then, but you're not catching fish, so you get upset. Look in the mirror. There ain't nothing wrong with Monica Carter. And let me tell you something. I got a quick story about Monica Carter. This is for she's at home, right? She gonna watch this. Lafayette, there you go. You know what? The girls work in the business. Lafayette, Indiana, right now. I got a story to share with you. One of the first times Monica Carter, because I've seen her before, and the first time that name and that picture stuck in my head, she was at an airport. She had flown to Florida for a conference. She didn't have a hotel room yet, and she didn't have a way to get there. She got off, we were getting our bags, we were getting our car, we were out in our car, and we were noticing she was standing there and she was kind of waiting. And I was like, you need a ride? You need to go? And our car was already packed. We didn't have any more room. And I'm like, she's like, I'll find a way to get there. Smile on her face. You guys know Monica. Yeah. She made her way there and knew God was going to take care of her. And that was then. And I started to realize there's something special about that woman, right? And he knew it. And you know what? She never pouted. She never complained. She never took around in her book. Why is that person catching all the fish and I'm not? You know what I'm saying? It's a good analogy. She stood up and said, you know what I got to do? I got to look in the mirror and I got to figure out why people aren't coming attracted to me. Because it's like Meg Christer, fish are going to jump in the boat. Okay? They're going to jump in the boat, and you know what? They don't always jump in the boat. Sometimes you're going to cast and I got to go. And let's talk about that for a second. Leanne Swihart said at South Bend that some of our top money earners, and Joel and Stephanie Dunn, and correct me if I'm wrong on my numbers.
Oh, I won't. I don't know.
They went on. I said numbers to Marietta Miller. So okay. So, hi, Nelson. All right. But the reality is this. The Dunns talked to 3,000 people, didn't they? The Dunns went out and talked to 3,000 people. 2,500 of them said, no, I'm funny, aren't I? 2,500 people said no. 2,500 people. I want you to be in the boat with me, and I want you to cast 3,000 times, because you know you haven't casted 3,000 times. Am I feeling? I'm hearing you, right? You smell what I'm cooking now, right? I mean, with it, right? So we haven't casted 3,000 times, and here's the thing, because you're in the boat going 12 o'clock. I ain't catching nothing. And by the way, I've watched some of you women bowl. Like, you bowl down the bowling alley, you're like, it's not going to hit points. Like, you walk away. Right? Just bowl, be like, it's going. It's going. If a man bowls, he don't even know what he's doing, but he's bowling, and he's he's trying to move the ball, and the ball's 20 feet down the line. A man like will push it. Sometimes I wish some of you would just have that man drive inside of you where you just know, you know what, I didn't catch it. But like your worm's down in the water, you're trying to move the worm. You're like, just get over there. Good thing you don't see the fish because you drive yourself crazy. Okay? But the reality is you cast again. You cast again. And guess what? If you cast at 12 o'clock and you don't catch a fish, what should you do?
Cast at 1.
Cast at 1. Cast at 11. Try not to cast back here because Michael's back here fishing with me, wishing I'd shut up. But you don't cast back here. He's fishing that area. But we're fishing and we're just going over casting. And if you cast and you cast and you cast, and then you feel like moving your boat, then you move your boat. But don't move your boat so quick. Just pull it back in and try a different work. Try a different strategy. Cast back out. You're overtrained to get it. Don't be afraid that fish ain't looking at you, because at 1 o'clock the fish ain't hungry, but at 2 o'clock he's hungry. Right. You never know what's going to happen. So fishing is a great analogy for you. So we're going to go fishing, right? But 3,000 people they talked to, 2,500 said no. That means 500 people were interested in a product or somewhat interested in the business. 50 of them joined the business. 3,000 people, 50 of them joined the business. 3,000 people, 50 of them joined the business. 5 of them ran. Number 2 money earners in the company. All right? Have you casted 3,000 times? Not even. Let me give you a little bit of numbers for you too. Saturation. I love this too. You know I'm from New Paris, Indiana. We call it New Paris because we like to sound English, right? New Paris, Indiana. We're saturated, by the way. We have like 5, 6 distributors, right? There's 7 churches in New Paris. We talked about it. Religion's not saturated. We have like 6 distributors in New Paris, Indiana. People like, oh, it's Satchat. I see it on the cars. I was like, no, it's not. And if I can fill this in for you too, roughly 100,000 distributors. I don't even know if we've broken 100,000 distributors. We have not broken 100,000 distributors. So there's the numbers for you. Paid distributors. Elkhart County is 200,000 people. Are you putting this in perspective right now? Okay. Elkhart City is 50,000 people. We haven't even broken 100,000 people in our company yet. And so you're looking at the dot on the map. We're worldwide, by the way. You're with me now. We're worldwide. So Joe and Stephanie Dunn went out and talked to 3,000 people. I want you to use an analogy for a second. That's the size of Goshen High School and Fairfield combined. So they went out and they talked to Goshen High School and Fairfield, and they talked to them. You know what I'm saying? There's 346 high schools in the state of Indiana. Who wants to go to the other 344? Are you with me? Now, if you're catching with everything that I'm saying and fly by, because if you're sitting in your seat going, is he talking? I lost you. I got it. It's all right. But here it comes back to you again. It's going to hit you in the face because this is teaching. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror and see the beauty that we see. See the beauty in yourself, because it was chimed in. I was prepared to say this speech. I had it in the notes. I'm not even looking at the notes. I'm probably off topic. And the situation, though, Marietta hit on time. We didn't do this to get rich. We didn't do this to do anything other than, number one, change lives. And whose life do you need to change? Because you're out pointing your finger and it's coming right back at you. Change your life first. Then you can go out and change others, because we're not in the business of making money. We're in the business of changing lives. We get to change lives. We get to sell It Works products. We get to share things with other people. It is a privilege, right? That's the honest truth. And you guys have 28 days to get to share with other people. And I just hope that we can impact this world. Imagine what we can do if we would fill this room and we get somebody to come up and talk to you about pediatric cancer. And we can give back $20 to $40 each person here. Imagine what we can do to change lives. And then all we have to do is share. And don't be afraid for 2,500 no's. Are you with me? So when you're looking at it, say it starts with the top. So I have a question for you. Would you follow Mark Pentecost? Yeah. That was easy. That was an easy question, wasn't it? Dude is awesome. And it's not just that his hair looks good, whatever it is. He is awesome. I would follow that man. You know what I mean? I love my father, but I would follow that man and if he tells me to go, you know? And so if you would follow Mark Pentecost, I'm happy with that. Would you follow Pam? Absolutely. Would you follow Mike? Absolutely. That was easy. Will you follow your Black Diamond? Yes. That phone call today was rocking it. That girl was rocking it. Amy Dempsey was telling you right now, where else do we get a business? Because let me tell you something, I love teaching, but I hate the fact that I can't preach to my kids in a public school. And that woman today on her call opened up the Bible and read you Proverbs. You know, because Proverbs is phenomenal, and then Proverbs fills you up, and Proverbs forces you to do it. And there's another thing about this too, is your Father and my God is not holding your hand through this. He's watching you. He's watching you. He's saying, here you are, you're in your boat, you're fishing, you're getting frustrated. Look at you. Satan's climbing in your head. He's getting up in your head. He's teaching you to think bad thoughts about you. He's teaching you that you're not worth it. He's telling you to say that you can't do this. He's telling you all those negative things that are impacting you, and your Lord and Savior sitting right there going, let's go. Let's go. How are you going to react? What are you going to do? And so for some of you that are sitting there going, I don't know what to do. What do I do? It starts with 6 inches. That's it. 6-inch step. Take a small step. Introduce yourself to somebody tomorrow. Talk to somebody tomorrow. Put a little bit in their ear, and then start to make the world something. Because let me tell you something. My boat is influenced and steering in the direction of Monica Carter. I'm not going to live on what she's doing. You know what I mean? I'm influenced to that. What makes people jump in your boat? What makes people want to fish with you? What makes people want to be a part of you? Because you're worth it. I get to look at my wife every single day, and I get to see that beauty that shines in her because of this business. And so you got to ask yourself, if you would follow Amy Dempsey, will you follow your Ambassador Diamond? Will you follow Tiffany? Will you follow Noah? Absolutely. Okay? And then will you follow your presidential? Yes. You will follow your presidential. Will you follow your upline? Here's a big one. Will you follow you? Will you follow you? Look in the mirror. Be proud of what you are. Be proud of who you are. And you notice that very end of this had to do with It Works. It has to do with you. It starts with you. I want you to feel that. Now, I'm going to take the step to gain more knowledge. I want to take the step to say, I will be more than happy to continue to share more and more things that I can with people, because you know what? It's a really simple business. And it's not that it's the best way. There are people out there in the blue-collar world that love their jobs, and they're making good money. And there are people out there in the white-collar world that love their job, making money. There are people in retail that love their job and making money. I'm not saying that this is the best way. I just honestly feel it's a better way. And that's straight from the book, isn't it? Yep. You know, and that's the reality that I want you guys to get with. Let's see if I miss anything else. Look in the mirror, you get it, boom. I got it. I'm getting my notes ready. Right? Today's the day to make a decision. Today's the day to make a decision. Day to move forward, 6 inch step. We have 28 days. I'm reading now. Look at this. We have 28 days. People watch this, but listen. 28 days. What can I do in 28 days? The real world's going to smack you in the mouth. That's the other thing. You know that. Crabs in a bucket, right? They're going to pull you back down, right? You're going to leave here and be like, that dude's crazy, is what you're going to say. And then you're going to leave here and you're going to be pumped up on Wednesday. You're going to be pumped up on Thursday because we're going to get some energy up in you, right? You're going to be pumped up on Friday, but the real world's going to come and smack you in the mouth. Are you ready? I love every single one of you, right? Now I get the honor and the privilege to introduce 2 people that are a prideful example of what you should be. And here's the other thing, too. They're side legs. They are side legs. So it's a great example for you to say, hey, I can look at side legs. I can look at other people. I can look at Monica Carter. And you know, the funny thing is, I just looked at Monica Carter up because you deserve it. But the other thing is, she doesn't make me any money. She doesn't pay my bills. She's not on my team, if you didn't know that, right? The reality is, though, she is someone that I now look up to with the action she's taken, and it all started with what was inside of her, okay? And so I get to bring up your double diamonds and Stephanie Love and Megan Butch Crispy. Drop the mic? Oh, I was going to do this. That's my
All right, well, we get to follow that. That was exciting.
Jump off.
Can we do that? What is that?
Yeah, come on, bring some up to your Snapchat.
I can do that. I can't add, but I'll catch.
All right, well, we're feeding right off of what Brock talked about, because it all is right here. Like he said, he did not really talk a whole lot about what to do with it works, as far as the products, what the products do, what, sharing, what, it's all right here. This is what's stopping every single, I could say it's stopping me.
Yep.
It stops all of us, and we have to get to the point where this does not stop us, because the whole package is so worth it for each and every one. So we want to talk to you guys a little bit about what to say to people. How to make your hooks. Yes. So success in this business is not a rank, and it's not a dollar amount. Think about that, because what does success mean to you guys? A rank, diamond, a dollar amount? That we shouldn't base our success off of that. Our success is, we have a loss of success when with what we put in our minds, truly. And do you feel purposeful? Because success should be your definite of what you do that's purposeful every single day with your business. That's what success is. It's that action. And the biggest thing is when we get started, we're excited. We have that momentum. We all think back to what we did, how we felt, what we talked about, what we did with Nicole. She started what? Last Monday. And this girl is excited. She's talking to everybody. She's blowing up phones. It's great. And I think a majority of us are that way when we first get started. We are so excited. And then we go a month, we go 2 months, we go a year, we haven't quite reached our goals that we're looking for. And all this junk gets stuck in our heads. And we lose our excitement. And we're not near as excited as what we were when we started. And then what do we do? Like Brock talked about, we can either look back at the boat and be like, what is she doing that I'm not doing? And what am I not doing? And you have this whole compare-itis. You see other people having success, and if you don't feel like you're cheering them on, then that's somewhere your business. And so it's all right here. It's all the mindset. So, we compare other people that are going super fast, fast movers. What do they have? What are they doing? The question is, what are they doing, and how do we look in the mirror, and what can we change? If that's a success that we're looking for, and that's what we're looking for to change our lives and change our family's lives, what is it that we need to change then? And the ones that are going fast, what do they have? They have belief, they have confidence, and they have expectation. Monica's team, what are they doing? They're expecting that they're going to get their first 4 loyal customers and their first 3 distributors. 8, okay. They're expecting to get 8 loyal customers and 4 distributors in their first month. That's what they're expecting, and guess what's happening? That's what's happening. They don't think about it being hard. They don't think about what is somebody going to think. They don't think about, none of that's going through their minds. They're excited, and they're just expecting it. And instead of expecting, well,
don't know if I should talk to them because maybe not like it. What are they going to think if I tell them that I'm doing this? Like what? None of that's going through their heads, and that's why they're doing what they're doing. And so instead of comparing, let's see what they're doing, and then we have to find it in here to make that shift, to make that change, to make it happen.
We write these, but it just.
I know, we're tag teaming, and then we get off track. Y'all know how that goes.
Anybody that's been to any of our meetings know how.
So most of this is the mindset and it's a belief. That's truly what this is. For 28 days, it's gonna be all right here, and it's gonna be your belief, and it's gonna be your action. That's it. Y'all know what to do. We all know the steps to success. There's videos in the back office. If you don't have videos, I mean, we can print off the training academy. I mean, we know what to do. We just have to get over ourselves and go do it.
See, now I gotta come in behind these guys here, so, yeah, like Megan said, people come in and they fly through this. They go in, they sign, they hit the top. What is it that's different about that? Again, we're gonna keep using Monica's team as an analogy because they blew it up this last week, week and a half. 18 people that they've signed on their team. What are they doing that is so different than what we're doing right now? They have the belief system, they have the confidence. They don't know any different. And we've got to get that back. You know, if we've lost it now, that's, you know, and sometimes we need to be reminded that what we have is a great company. Again, we have Mark that we get to follow. He's not going to steer us wrong. You know, those of us that were at conference know exactly what it was that he was doing for us and get all fired up and get all jazzed up. But when you're doing this though, what is it that you're good at? Don't try to be like somebody else.
Amen.
So do what you're good at and do it in that perspective. You know, a lot of times I get told I'm a yellow personality because I come in and I do things a different way than the blue personality that I work with. But that's okay because that's how I do it. And that's how Megan does it. How we can do it, and we tend to bring in people that are like that, and that's okay. But go in and do what you're good at. Again, borrow somebody else's confidence, which again, I'm getting off my notes, but come in with what you're good at, know what you're good at. And remember that 86% of our success is determined by our thinking. What we've got going on in our head, that's the biggest part of our business. If we think we can, we can. If we think we can't, we can't. So it doesn't matter what you're thinking. So again, they've got that expectation. They're going to go in there assuming a sale. They know when they walk out of there that whoever it is that they talk to is going to sign up as a distributor or a loyal customer. They're going to get one or the other. And I know when we first started that business, I'd go into a party and I knew going in, when I left there, at least 90% of the people there were going to sign up. And then you kind of have that one thing that knocks you down, and you're like, oh, nobody's going to sign, nobody's going to join. We got to get back to that belief of knowing everywhere we go, anybody we talk to, they need what we have, they want what we have. And so, again, activity produces confidence. So the more that we do it, the more confident we become, the more that things start happening. And you know what? I had a lot of our team come back from Green Carpet in July and said, I don't understand. People are just signing up now and they weren't doing it before. Guess what? You grew your confidence while you were there. You know more, but you don't know a whole lot more than what you did before we went in July. But guess what? You came back and you're glowing now. People are coming up to you and they want to do this. So as you're doing more and you're going out and talking to more, do something every single day, and that's going to build your confidence in this. The automatic responses become easier as you practice. So I know a lot of times you guys say, but I can't say it like you. Well, the only reason we say it like we do is because we've been doing it more. So that's it. Again, we do it in our personality. Megan and I bounce off each other all the time. Okay, should you say it like that? Well, I don't know. You know, we kind of go back and forth and just, again, the more that you do it, the more that it becomes easier, it becomes an automatic response. How many of you guys are standing in line at the grocery store and you hear somebody talk about, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I got this. Oh, I've got that. And the first thing you want to say is, oh, do I have something for you? I did.
That's a question. Do you?
Yeah. Yes. So you've got that right there. You can do that, but it's an automatic response because you've been doing it enough that we live it, we breathe it, everything about our life now is it works. So, you know, it's just being excited. But again, when you hear people, I was with a couple of gals, those of you guys that know our Diamond Judy, I went shopping with her one day. It's the craziest thing you ever see. She goes in and She goes to the, where the energy bars and stuff are, and she's watching for people. And she walks up, she said, "You don't want that. I got something that you want," and gives them a Blitz card, and then gets their phone number. Somebody else that had the sniffles that was going to get some cold medicine. She gave him a Blitz card. She said, "I got something that's going to take care of that." We're in line, and this lady's got an exercise bike. I couldn't believe it. She walked up, she said, "Are you going to use it, or are you going to use it as an ornament in your bedroom?" Okay, so, but do it everywhere you go. I don't really necessarily want to go with that, but it works for her. So, but it's, you know, the more I won't even go into the other things that she did, because that day I'm like, wow, only you can get away with some of the things that you said. So, but then let's step aside and take inventory in your mind. Don't have a plan B, guys. A lot of us will say, well, if this doesn't work, I'll just go on, I'll do something else. Don't go in with that mindset, because as soon as you do, then plan B becomes something you're going to have to use. Yeah. So just go in knowing that this is what you want, this is what you need, and this is a family. I mean, we have a lot of fun. Believe it, and then you will see it. Know you're in the right place at the right time with the right company and the right products. Know that in your heart, in your head, and it's simple. Remember, this business is simple.
It is. It is very simple. The only thing that changes is what we think. There is constant in everything else in this business. Even if things are changing, it's changing for the better. That's proven. I mean, again, it's the belief in the company. They make decisions that blow my mind. I wouldn't even thought about, and I think, wow, that's amazing. Bringing out the energy at the end of the month when they have the BOGO sales at the end of the year. Like, guys, they do everything to make it easier for us as distributors. The only thing that changes is right here in our belief, and that's what we're really trying to instill in you guys tonight is belief. You guys have got to have the belief, and it all comes down to yourself. That's the only thing that stops you. And what's going to happen is you're going to come out, you're going to leave here tonight, and like Brock said, 2 days from now, 3 days from now, the minute you walk out the door and you message somebody earlier today, they're going to come back and say, no, that's probably not for me. That can do one of two things: knock you down or just keep you going. And a lot of people, it knocks right down. And so you have got to guard your heart and guard your mind when you leave this building. When you come together on these meetups, and I love these once a week, absolutely. Like this is what fills you up and keeps you motivated and keeps you positive. So stay plugged in. Stay plugged into phone calls. Stay plugged into meetings. Stay plugged into the Diamond Ways. I mean, whatever it is, stay plugged in on Facebook. However you can do it, do it. But that's going to help you start guarding your heart and guarding your mind, because you have got to do that. The world does not look at things the way that Airworks Global looks at things. They just don't. And we can, it doesn't mean that we have to change. I mean, I give props. You know, somebody ended up actually saying that this wasn't for her this week. And I could look at it as, I'm so bummed, I'm so sad. And then maybe 2 years ago I would have thought that. Maybe 2 months ago I would have thought that. But now I look at it as, you know, I feel sorry. I'm excited that she made the leap. Y'all, congrats for making the leap of faith. Taking a leap and taking a step and saying, you know what, this is hope. We're going to take out on faith and hope and see what this can do for us. Because most people wouldn't even take this as an opportunity. You guys know that. You guys talk to people, and it's sad that people won't just change one little thing to make a big change in their life. And congrats to you guys, because you guys did. And you know, that's what I give her credit for. You know what? Even if your time with Airworks was short-lived, congrats for stepping out. Sadly, I feel like she gave up on herself, because when people quit, that's what they do. They give up on themselves, and that's it. And so I pray that none of you guys do, because it's not a matter of, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Right now is momentum, so we need to be taking the action and sprinting right now, but this is for 10 years down the road. This is not for in 2 months and it's going to be successful or not. So guard yourself as you go out into the world, because your family and your friends, they may not support you, and that's okay, but you have a whole room that supports you. So stay plugged into this. And the results are not your responsibility. When you're messaging people, we're going to talk about some avenues that you guys can take to message people to get the word out there. If you're looking to say, okay, what are they doing that we're not? Or what's working for them that's not working for me? We're going to share with you guys some verbiage that you can use. But the results are not your responsibility. Your responsibility is your action, your consistency, and your perseverance. That is your responsibility. That's the only thing you can control. You cannot control the outcome. You cannot control what if somebody says yes or no. You can only control how many people you're going to talk to. 3,000 people. Are you willing to do that? That's the question.
Number 2 money earner, heck yeah, right?
All right, so these are some scripts, and I kind of want to preface with this too. There's no secret sauce. There's different avenues of responding. There's different viewpoints, and that all starts here, because when you're starting to respond to people, when you get some no's and you get some objectives, the things the way you're gonna start getting more yeses is what you think right here, because what you think is what comes to be. If you're scared to send that message and then they message you back and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna open it, because it's probably a no, guess what, it's probably a no, because you just thought that. Because you're already thinking it before it even happened. So right here, there's no secret sauce to it, but it's the belief and it's the mentality you have when you go out and start talking to people. That's the difference. So here are a couple things, and we can post this on Team Miracle too tonight, so don't feel like you've got to hurry and jot it down, because I know we talk really fast too. For instance, for those that maybe have been in a little bit, and you're a little hesitant because, I've heard this before, well, how am I supposed to talk to people about making money and offer them the opportunity that they can earn this great income if I'm not making a great income yet? Well, why is it your job? They don't have to do necessarily, they can come in, this business can change their life. You're not responsible for their success. You're responsible for getting them the start that they wanted to go. But guess what? If they want to go diamond in 9 days, that's out of your hands. People are going to do it with or without you. And so you're holding them back because of that thought process. So one thing that you can say is, I'm not where I want to be yet, or making what I know I'm going to make with this, but I know someone like you can go way past me. Instead of stopping you altogether from, who was it, that there was a double diamond that signed their first ambassador in France, and she's a double diamond?
We met her in she's from South Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, that guy just went ambassador, way past her, and she's at the rank of double diamond. That doesn't matter, people are gonna do this, and by you not sharing that with people, it's holding them back. And that's why we do this, is to share with other people to help them change their lives. We're stopping that too. You have a question?
I was just gonna say, I'm Ruby, and my downline sent me double diamonds.
Yeah.
Testimony in the room.
Right. I mean, it's so true. And if you wouldn't have shared it with her, she wouldn't even have the opportunity to be a double diamond right now that retired her husband. So I mean, all of that is still stopping us from having success and stopping other people from having success. So those are just different avenues that you can take in response. Because what if somebody says, how much money are you making? What do you think right away? I probably just shouldn't respond right now. You know what I mean? But this is an avenue that you can respond, because it's their business, not yours. I mean, this is your business, yes, you need to treat it like a business, but this is their business too. Those that get great customer gatherers, how many of you guys were in the 1,000 Club? Okay, that's awesome at getting customers, absolutely. So sometimes you get in your mindset that I'm great at getting loyal customers, I just can't get distributors. Nobody feels that way? Okay, yeah. All right, so one thing that you can say is, I absolutely love getting customers, and I'm in the 1,000 Club every month, and I'm looking for 10 people who want to share these products with others and help change their lives, and be in the 1,000 Club with me too. Think about that,
I would join
1,000
somebody
clubbers.
similar to me.
If you had 10 people that came on board because they love sharing this product, then maybe they were at the rank of distributor. Maybe they didn't promote, maybe they didn't team up, but what if they were in the 1,000 Club every single month?
The volume would be 11,000. Yeah.
As a distributor. Well, I guess it would be, it would default to an executive, but
You
yeah.
can call that at least. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I mean, it's just shift of the mind. And when you're getting started, you're exactly what I'm looking for in this business. Have you ever thought about owning your own business? Plain and simple. Maybe they have, you don't know until you ask. Opportunity. Hey, I don't know if you've seen what I've been doing, if it works or not, but I'd love to share this opportunity with you. It may or may not be for you, but I know if I don't tell you about it, someone else will, and I'd rather it be me. When can I have 10 minutes of your time? So best you got 20 people tonight. See what happens.
Yes, okay. Mine is actually, I've actually been studying some videos and stuff, because we do things, we do a lot of phone calling with our team. And so I know we have a lot of things that, there's a lot of people that say, well, I'm just not really sure. When we're at a party, the commitment they want to make is, I don't know, I really want to go home and I want to talk to my husband. We get that a lot. Okay, here's the thing. And I had to watch this over and over again these last couple of days, because we get that a lot. And I understand that, because I talked with Greg about it, but he knew I was going to do it. I was going to sign up anyway, and he supports me, and now he's in it 100%. But the thing is what you need, we tell him, that's fantastic, I'm glad. The funny thing is husbands are the red personality in the family, usually. They're the ones that have all the money, and they're going to go, why would you want to do something like that? That's just a silly, rash thing. So what you do is you sign up. You can be like Marietta Miller and sign up, and then later on tell them that you did it. But again, what I would really encourage you to say to them is, really, it's a $99 investment. What's the worst that can happen? It is $40 more to sign up that way than it is to buy a box of wraps as a loyal customer. You're getting a box of wraps, and then you're also going to have the opportunity to change people's lives by helping them get healthier. You know, and then you can say, oops, sorry, honey. You know, later on, it's always easier to ask for forgiveness and permission.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So again, you know, you can ask them, is there a way, or what is it? What was great is they were doing a scale from 1 to 10. All right, let's look at a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being, I am absolutely not interested, don't talk to me about this ever again, and number 10 is I'm ready to sign paperwork now. Ask them, where are you at on that scale from 1 to 10? And then find out what it is that you need to do to give them as far as a tool. Because we have tools for everything. Give them a tool to help them. So say they're number 5 and like, I just don't really know, you know, much about the products. Fantastic. We have ingredient books that we carry with us. Here's a book. You can look at it. I'll make sure that you get one of these. So we have a tool for every single thing. Now again, I'm not going to say go and invest $1,000 and not tell your husband, because that's not very good wise thing to do. But again, it's $99 to invest. What's the worst that can happen? You bought a box of wraps for $100. If you are a retail customer and you just tried 4 wraps, they spent $100 anyway. The best thing that can happen is you'll be number 1 black diamond that started, you know, that just goes in and just takes off with that. So again, there's different ways we can look at it. If we have confidence in knowing that this is something that people can change their life with, and that's it, you know, and that's the other thing I'm going to look at, or that I'm going to start doing, is actually telling them, let me help you. I will help you make your money back. And we're going to help you be able to pay for your products. We're going to help you. So that's what I had on that one. I've got some more things in here about it. Okay, I got more scripts. I don't. Okay. I can. Hey, we're just going to go play with the mic up here. Now, here's the thing, too, is I know a lot of people, and we're going to go back to the belief thing. If you don't have belief in the company, this is something that actually Kim talked a lot about today, too, and these videos that I've watched, and the things that we've talked about, and the corporate events we've gone to, believe, believe, believe. If you don't have it, borrow mine, borrow Megan's, borrow Kim's, borrow Marietta's, borrow somebody's. Have it in your back pocket when you go talk to somebody, and then think about it. What would they do in this situation? Would they step back and say, okay, that's all right, well, thanks, all right, I'll talk to you later on. Or they say, now, wait a minute, now tell me, why is it that you're not interested in this? So borrow our confidence, because we borrow our uplines. I mean, we'll borrow somebody else's, and again, like I said, I bounce ideas off Megan all the time, because I'm like, oh, I don't know, should I push that button? Should I push send? I don't know. It's like, push it, just push it. So it's like, okay. So, I mean, we do that a lot, but it's okay, because we're borrowing off of each other. And that's what's great about this, because we're all in this room. We all know what we want to do. I mean, we have faith and belief in the company. And again, you know, most of you guys who are on my team know my story. My family is not supportive. I can't go to them and talk to them about it, but I love the fact that I can borrow on somebody else's stuff from here and go that way. And basically, it's just do it. Go out, figure it out as you're going. We don't need to know how to do all of it. I can guarantee you 3 years ago, I knew nothing about any of this. I'm like, oh boy, I don't know what I'm going to do, but we just went on faith, we went on belief, and went out and just did it. We're at that point, we've got 28 days. What are you guys going to do from now until the end of the month to hit your bonuses? Or to get people in to hit their Ruby bonuses? I mean, how many lives can you guys change right now by signing them up and getting them to Ruby status? It can happen. When I first joined, a lady went Ruby in 45 minutes. I don't remember who it was.
It was girl on Lise James.
It was like, because I was brand new, I didn't know anybody, so I just sat back in the back of the room, and I'm like, I was so stoked when somebody went Ruby in 45 minutes. So it can be done. We can help a lot of people. And on this video, there are 6 things that we need to do to be able to succeed in this business. 6, that's it. Not 10, not, you know. The 3 of us had to go to school for massage therapy for many years. There's a lot of things we had to do, and then you got to go out, you got to advertise, you got to do this and that and the other. They give us 6 things. First one is to get over yourself. Pam Souter says it best. Get over yourself and know that this is not about us. We're sharing this with others. We're helping them get healthier, skinnier, wealthier. What are you going to do and live in what you can do? So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to just sit, hope that everything happens, or are you going to go out and you're going to share this with everybody you come into contact with? Those people that are standing in the checkout lane, the ones that are in the cross the crescent aisle. I mean, who are you going to share this with? This one here is probably one of the biggest ones. Complete the steps to success. If you guys have not printed those out yet, print them out. Print them out every single month and write in them. Use that to put your prospects in there, and then cross those off or put a date by as soon as you get them signed in. Activity is genius. Again, if you are not doing anything, what do you think is going to happen? Think about it. If you're going out and you're working a regular job and you don't go out and do anything for that job, are they going to pay you for that? So again, I didn't get paid if I didn't do massages. I had to go out and do it. So activity is genius. Make sure you're out there talking to people, sharing with people. We're doubling down. Talk this business, or talk about this business. Everything we have, or talk about it with a tool. Everything that we have a tool for. Every question out there. Again, if they're asking about ingredients, we have an ingredient book. If they're asking about the compensation plan, pull out the steps to success, or pull out the compensation plan, better yet. Or if they're on a computer, show them where they can find it. It Works does not hide anything. We do a lot of, I should say Greg does a lot of just looking at other companies just to see what their compensation plan compares. I guess that's that red personality type thing. But there's a lot of companies out there that hide their compensation plans. You don't know what they are unless you sign up. They don't hide ours. So show them all that stuff. Show them there are tools for everything that we have. And then stand in your own power. If you are not out telling people that you are a networks rap guy or girl, and you're afraid or you're ashamed. I mean, my daughter said it best when she went to conference this year. She said the difference for her is she owned it this time. She was afraid and embarrassed to tell people she was a rap girl. And things changed when she did that. She owned it. So that's what you guys need to do. If you're not owning it, used to, I would say, I'm a massage therapist and I happen to sell wraps. Well, now I can actually say I'm a rap girl and I've been retired from massage therapy. So I've owned my business. We make sure that we share it with everybody. So that's all I got.
Okay, good. So really what it comes down to is there's no cookie cutter answer to any of this. There's no, if you say this, then you're going to get this answer. There's none of that. But the fact is, you've got to get the mindset right. You've got to get the belief right. And you've got to go out and talk to a lot of people. And that's 28 days. So you have to make the commitment tonight. And I'm going to say that you have to make the commitment tonight if you're going to go after it by March 31st. If you're not, that's okay. Nobody's supposed to do anything in a business. You make of it what you want, but why did you start? I mean, that's really what you have to think about. There's no black and white answer. It's all mindset and what motivates you. Because you can get motivated here tonight, and then you can walk out the door, and if you don't have something that self-motivates you, you're not going to do anything. I mean, it's plain and simple. So you can find that, and nobody can motivate you. You have to learn to motivate yourself. So what is it that's going to do? Is it owning your calendar? Is it making sure that you write it down because you see it? Is it having somebody call you? Is it listening to something in the morning before you wake up? Is it doing your devotional first thing in the morning? Like, what is it going to do that's going to motivate you to make, when you wake up, make a decision that you're still going to go after it no matter what, no matter how many no's you get tomorrow, this weekend? If you get some no's on March 28th, what is it that's going to motivate you to push through to March 31st? That's the question you have to ask yourself tonight. Because if you're not sure yet, then you're going to spend 2 weeks trying to figure that out, and the 28 days is almost gone. So you've got to find it now. And one thing I want to just end with too is, I hear sometimes too, I need to know everything about it. We had an awesome sermon on Sunday, and it was come in your brokenness and stop striving for perfection, because God doesn't want you to come perfect. He doesn't want you striving for perfection. He wants you to come broken. Just know that you are who you are, love who you are, and go out and just share this. Use the strengths that Steph was talking about. We're all different. Don't compare to anybody else, and just go after it and know what you're good at and use that and work within that. And go take a different path. What's working isn't working, cast a different angle. Do something different. Because envision this, when you're walking in a wood, there's paths in the woods that you can walk through, right? You know the paths because nothing grows there, because there's a path. There's brush all around. Even if it's a car where you drive, where the tire tracks are, there's nothing growing here. But in between the tire tracks, there could be brush, there could be weeds, there could be something. But outside of those tracks, if you look all around, there's brush, there's trees. everything's around, but everybody stays right on that path. If that's what you're doing in this business, you need to get off the path to grow, because nothing is going to grow in those trends.
Amen.
Absolutely nothing is. And so make the shift now, make the change now, because if we stay right there, we're going to keep getting what we've always got. So change it. And it all starts right here.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, because I know we're kind of going over time, but we're going to bring up Miss Marietta Miller, and she's going to share with us a little bit more about Ruby.
I need 5 people who have decided and committed to going Ruby up on stage right now.
Get up there.
Go. Run, man.
Cha-ching. We have 6, that's all right, we'll have 6. We can be a Ruby, we can have 6. All right, so you guys all know that it takes you and 5 people to go Ruby. How many of you, if you were Ruby, if you go Ruby in this business and you're making an average of $500, would you ever quit? Neither would your team. So if we could figure out how simple Ruby really is, and we can help every single person get to Ruby, and we just assume and expect that everybody's going to get to Ruby pretty quickly, we would all build a lot faster. Success loves speed. This business loves speed. And I love what Brock talked about, you know, if you're not catching anything at 12 o'clock, cast at 11 or at 1. Oh, and by the way, if you want to go double down, you have to wear those shoes. Doubles are all wearing those. But Steph, well, I don't know if Liz is. You're not wearing yours. You have them, right? You don't have them either?
Fail.
I don't either.
Epic fail.
I wear kickers, you know, because it's winter.
We're in denial right now.
They are in denial. They're thinking Florida, right?
Did you two call each other?
Anyway, we're going to build Ruby really quick. So I'm going to be the Ruby. So who's going to be my executive? All right, so I signed Erica. We all know the drill. She signs, she gets her 4 loyal, she gets qualified. Boom. I go out, I've cast another one. I've cast 12, and I've gotten 2 yeses, right? And so she signs, she boosts, she gets her 4 loyal, she gets qualified. Boom. Then in the meantime, while they're signing and getting their loyals, I'm casting some more, right? I'm casting again. And then I bring on Ashley. And she signs, she gets her 4 loyals, she gets to 400, boom, she's a qualified leg. I now have 3 people, so I'm like Pam and Leanne, and we're those the only 2 executives this month. So I'm now officially executive with another front level. So ergo, she sees what I'm doing, right? She's like, well, I can do that, I can fish, cast. I got a no, we'll keep casting. Oh, I got another no, keep casting. Oh, I got a yes, boom. She's bringing on Nicole. And so Nicole signs, she gets her 4 loyals, she gets 400 qualified, right? Boom, she's a qualified leg. I'm excited because, oh my God, my distributor got a distributor, right? Doesn't that make you so excited when one of your team members gets a team member? You're like, oh my God, they're doing it, they're duplicating, right? So I'm still fishing because I want to go diamond. I'm like, I know if I help 3 people go Ruby, I'm going diamond, right? So I bring on another front level while she's working on her second front level. She brings on Amanda. And Amanda gets signs, gets her 400. All of a sudden, she now has 2 400 legs. She's an executive. I'm still fishing, right? So I just brought on another front level over here too, because I was like, well, I'm not stopping just because I got my 3, right? But now, I am a Ruby. How many of you are not a perfect Ruby? Amy, you have to raise your hand. You're all perfect. You're all perfect, but you're not perfectly Ruby structured. You have more people on your team than just Ruby structure, right? Yeah. So a perfect Ruby is just you and 5 people, but you're always constantly bringing on more people, so you're not going to be necessarily perfect. Monica's team, Nicole, who is the first person who signed Lafayette, she's 6 wide. She's been in 2 months. She's 6 wide, and then she has her 2 or 3 runners that are all signing front levels. And so they have 18 people on their team, and she's a Ruby. So she's not a perfect Ruby either, but who would take that, you know? So this is basically what a Ruby is. And you guys see that these guys are not under me? You see that they're behind me? If you say to somebody, I need you to sign up under me because then we can all make money together. I promise you, if you ask me to sign up under you, I will say, no, thank you, I don't want to be under you. So it's not, if we can just change that wording a little bit, stop saying under, they're signing with us, they're front level with us. And I like that they even with the new Ruby chart, if you can pull that up, the new Ruby chart even shows it a little bit differently this way. it shows it sideways
Party
instead of,
Okay.
and I didn't realize that until tonight, that they have it sideways.
I noticed that too. It was kind of like, pop it.
I didn't notice until
I
tonight.
want you to pop it. I think I want you to pop it. I'm just saying, I haven't found the document yet. I know she's getting there. I am so sorry.
Well, anyway,
It's coming.
the average Ruby makes an average of $500 to $600 a month. And that is life-changing money. My husband, I heard him tell a story. He's not, he doesn't tell a lot of stories. Well, he does, but he doesn't talk about it works that much. You see how they have it sideways now instead of up this way?
Mhm.
And I want that a lot better because that shows you that this person is just leading these three. This person is not on top of these three. This person is leading those three. So let's just drop the word under. Yeah. Because it's not a good, who wants to be under? Nobody. Not in business anyway. Okay. No one pass it, that was for you. All right, can you shut that off?
Yeah.
Do not go over that line.
I'm just saying, so, all right, so let's get back into the groupie structure here. So can you guys all see that this is really quite simple because we're just fishing? One says no, one says no, one says yes. I send out texts and calls to the bridal care people and I let them win a $15 wrap session. I had 2 people tell me today that they're not interested in that. I don't think this is for me at this time. And I typed out and had to erase before I sent it. I said, you mean you don't want to get skinnier or get healthier or get wealthier? Like, what planet are you from? Like, that's how I thought. I would never send that.
You almost did that.
But I'm saying that's how I feel when I get a no. I feel bad for them that they actually think this is not for them. So I say, sometimes I'll say, excuse me, like, am I hearing you right? You don't want to try a wrap or you don't have $15 to spend on a wrap right now? Because in my mind, it doesn't compute that somebody doesn't want what we have. So when you get to that mindset, you don't care. I was like, really? I feel bad for them. I actually said, Father God, I pray for these people right now. So, they don't know what they don't know. It's like, seriously, that's how I feel. So, once we see how fun this is and we just start doing this and we start building rubies, we're like, yeah, we're Ruby. And then she's like, well, heck, I better go Ruby because she brings on some more people and they bring on some more people. They're all doing the steps to success. They're all fishing. They're all getting no's. Everybody gets them. Just don't let them bother you.
Mm-hmm.
No just means you're closer to a yes. And so that's what a Ruby looks like. So can we all go Ruby?
Yes.
Can we all find people to go Ruby? Yes. Can we all see how simple it is? It really is. It really, really is. And it's all up in here. It's all up in here. You guys are way overtrained. I would say we're overtrained and underactivated. And Melissa Brandenburger said it best from stage. She said, you just freaking got to do it. So that's really what it is. You just got to talk to more people. And once you guys have talked to 3,000 people, I want to talk to you. Let me know. I haven't. I bet all of us combined haven't talked to 3,000 people. So that's what we got to do. So let's fill up this room next time. I'm a little bit embarrassed that there's not more people here tonight. So let's bring more people next time because this is good stuff. This is monthly.
Can I say something real quick too? And I'm sorry to cut you off though too. Here's one more thing though too. People should be here, right?
Absolutely.
Now, here's the reason why too. I just heard that Confianza helped the horse. Okay? But when I heard that, seriously, like something inside of us was like, wow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which at home, they're gonna be like, oh wow. And when you go to share something, they're gonna be like, oh wow. But if you're here, it's like, wow, get here. Get to corporate, get to events. You don't just hear people saying it. That's what changes lives. You don't get to hear about it from somebody else. You get to come. You get to be a part of it. You know what? That's why people need to go to church.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay? You got
there's a whole different training that happens if you're in here or if you're at home. Some people can't be here, I get that. There's a whole different training or a whole different experience if you go to church or if you listen to church. I listened to church this past weekend because Nelson was already kind of under the weather then, and we got home at 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's great. It's great that we have those options and those avenues, but if all of you commit to just having 5 more team members here, we would have 250 people in the room. There's 50 of you here. So if everybody just committed to 5 more people, we'd have 250 people here. And I don't think that's too many. I think we should have 250 people here in March, in April, at April for April 7th Green Road. We'll be doing another gift back if you guys want to. And,
celebrate promotion.
And absolutely. I think we should do a beach party or something fun. But all I'm saying is that we don't tell people to come here. I don't tell you to come here to hear me. I don't tell you to come here to hear Brock. I don't tell you to come here who's here for the Double Diamonds, not just that, but the overall, we all bring energy into the room. So let's all go out there and bring 5 more people with us next month, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming, everybody.
I'll take that microphone too. Let's hear it from the CEO here for a second. Huh?
Oh, awesome. You guys can go, but you can.
I love that.
Now I want to build a little company. I'm going to build a company. I like to remember. We're going to big ride, let's do it. We're going to some people ride, let's do it. Are you going to know the records?